Hello, YouTube. This is the MFNSRA Avis Cup Series All-Star Race. We are here today at Daytona International Speedway for, the All-Star Race in Daytona Beach, Florida. So we're going to do something a little different today for the starting grid. We're going to, as the cars roll off, I'm going to tell you how everyone got into the All-Star Race. So let's get going. Sean Galligan is first. As one, let me just fast forward a little bit so you can get going. Alright. Sean Galligan won at Auto Club, so he gets in through that. Nick Knotts won at Hartlepool this season and Talladega last season. Brad Edwards is your champion and Phoenix winner and Las Vegas winner from last year. Stefan Papias won at Pocono last year. Galligan, Papias, Brad Edwards. Alright, Greg Brown over here won at Kansas this year. Kyle Watkins won at Pocono, sorry. Jeremy Tacos is your fan vote with a whopping 24 votes compared to Luke Martin's 23. Then Kenny Murray won this year at Watkins Glen. CJ Sorensen won at Auto Club last year, and he won the Bud Shootout. No, he didn't, sorry, never mind. Matthias Fitzgerald won at Road America. Mark Edwards won at Rockingham last year. Garrett Jones won this year at Texas. Matthew McMurray won the Daytona 500. Carter Kozlowski won 3 times last season. Corey Long won at Richmond last year and the Bud Shootout. Joe Annunziata won at Dover last season. Raul Velho won at Michigan. Bob Marshall won at Homestead. John Stewart won last year's All-Star race. Brian Page won last season. Levi Schoen won last time at Dover. Nick Dillon won last season. Josiah Kopp was a transfer spot. Jack Richards was a transfer spot. I forgot Christian Gearhead. As the green flag is out, Christian Gearhead was also a transfer spot. And I don't think I missed anyone. But we are racing. Sorry, the FPS levels are going to be a little slow today. It's the Daytona and this mod and all that fun stuff. So, yep. I think the engines are kind of quiet today. As Galligan getting a big push from Greg Brown, maybe not. Here comes Greg Brown to the point. Whoa, they're getting bunched up over there. Whoa. Oh, Greg Brown went to pull up in front of Galligan, but no one. Oh! CJ Sorensen and Matthias Fitzgerald make some contact. Matthias Fitzgerald never raced on a road course. Or never raced on a track that wasn't a road course in the Avis Cup Series. And we have some news while we have a moment. This is Kenny Murray's last race. The 00 team was gonna get rid of him, but they kept him so they could race in the All-Star race, get some experience. And oh, he's not in the field, but Matthias Fitzgerald's good friend Tyler Speed is making his return to the '83 Red Bull machine, as Nick Bradford is gone. He closed his YouTube channel. So yeah, and look at Matthias Fitzgerald, very racy today. A few things I forgot to point out. This is a 24 lap shootout. Bob Marshall over here in third, and uh-oh, over here, big mess, big trouble, big pile up. At the line, it'll be Greg Brown. Oh man, what a hit for some of these guys. Let's see what happened. Alright, quite a few things happened. John Stewart turned Josiah Kopp. Matthew McMurray turned Jeremy Tacos a little bit. And then, bam, all these guys around get some damage. The Daytona 500 winner, Matthew McMurray, involved. Ooh, Levi Shones, Nick Dillon, Joe Nunziata in his return to Bill Davis Racing. Papias looks to get through. Oh, teammates right here. Heavy contact. Josiah Kopp. Jeremy Tacos, the fan vote winner. CJ Sorensen. Kenny Murray. Kyle Watkins over there. Tough break for a lot of these guys. Let's get back to the green. We are back. Sorry, we're a little late, but we got Greg Brown, Matthias Fitzgerald, Bob Marshall, Christian Gearhead, Jack Richards, John Stewart, Ralph Velho, Corey Long, Mark Edwards, and Brian Page. So, yeah, that really rooted out the field. We started with 25, and we have 17 left, and a lot of guys are going to be damaged, as Bob Marshall going to go for second. The help from Christian Gearhead. Gearhead was very, very excited to make this race, let me tell you. Down into 3. Gearhead's gonna look underneath Bob Marshall, but let me tell you, this race has really been about Greg Brown. Something else I also might, or something else that I'll point out is that if you can win this race, you're locked into at least one. If you consider this one race, you're locked into one race every year for the next 10 seasons of the Avis Cup Series, assuming we get that far. But I mean, going by the NASCAR book, and it's every 10. If you can win this, you're locked in for 10 seasons. As Jack Richards goes to the point, he won last season at. Oh, Corey Long! Uh-oh, 4 wide! Oh no! Oh! Good driving by Corey Long. He backed out. Good for him. Uh-oh, maybe not. Carter Keselowski getting on that bumper. Oh, man. Wow. Anyway. Whoa! Some pushing and shoving between John Stewart and Jack Richards. Anyway, Jack Richards won last year at Sonoma. He's up there with Greg Brown. Christian Gearhead trying to get to the point now. But here comes that guy with that face. Mark Edwards. Gearhead's got the lead for now, though. Whoa, things are starting to get dangerous. But now Mark Edwards has the lead. Okay, why can't... There we go. You see, it's basically... Let's see how many cars we got here. All the way back to... Oh, we got trouble! Jack Richards put in the wall! John Stewart evolved, and now we have a spin! It's Corey Long! Into Gearhead! Garrett Jones is in it! Taps Brian Page, people piling in. Wow. Not sure what just happened, but oh no. Mark Edwards is at the point. And look, there's Matthias Fitzgerald again. I'd better watch out, or we'd better watch out for him throughout the rest of this race. At the line, Mark Edwards. Let's see what happened. Alright, so they were arguing for some space here. And you see Jack Richards, John Stewart, and Christian Gearhead got pretty much the worst of it. And then the 4 comes back up the track into Corey Long. Corey Long goes for a spin up hard into the wall. Gets Gearhead a few times. And then, yeah. So, whoa. Yeah, and then Garrett Jones was involved, as was Brian Page. And then these guys managed to miss everyone. Nick Dillon was the last car running, I think, so, yeah. And the 4 car, I forgot to say, is Ralph Velho. Sorry, I was going to say James Taylor, but he's not in this series anymore. So, Green flag. Alright, let's see who's left. Mark Edwards, Matthias Fitzgerald, Bob Marshall, Ralph Velho, Carter Keselowski, Greg Brown, Josiah Kopp, Kyle Watkins, Sean Galligan, Nick Dillon, Stefan Papias, Brian Page, Corey Long, Garrett Jones, Jack Richards, and John Stewart. Here we go. We're going to come to the restart. We'll be on lap 16 of 24. Starting to wind things down a bit as green flag is back out. That last wreck took out quite a few contenders, so we'll see how many people are left to really contend for this win. Matthias Fitzgerald has been a constant. Mark Edwards has pretty much been up there all race. The 66 has been up there for a while. Greg Brown's been up there, but he might have a little bit of damage. Now, just in case you're watching this, people got a little confused. Matthias Fitzgerald is actually Tyler Speed. I just thought I'd point that out, because people asked if they could be a road course ringer, but no, Matthias Fitzgerald and Tyler Speed are they're the same person. So, yeah. Technically, if you want to say, Tyler Speed's driving that car, but I mean, it's Matthias Fitzgerald. And Tyler Speed will be back at it, and Matthias Fitzgerald will be in the road courses again. So, yeah. So I think pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cars. It's a 6-car battle for the win. Maybe a 7th if Kyle Watkins gets a good draft. And then you got the scrub bone. No, I'm kidding. Just the cars with damage. As here comes Bobbert Marshall. Oh, the 49 and the 10 making some pretty intense contact as the 66 is spun around. There go the leaders. There go the leaders. Oh, Keselowski gets in it. Look out. Oh, they missed him. Excellent. And that's going to give the lead to Kyle Watkins. Oh my god. Can you believe it? Kyle Watkins wasn't even in the draft as we had just documented. And all of a sudden he's winning. At the line it is Kyle Watkins. Wowee. Let's see what happened. Alright, well, according to Greg Brown and Ralph Velho, it was go time. Velho all over the back bumper of Greg Brown. And the 66 goes up just a little bit, Bob Marshall does, and he gets spun around. Into Mark Edwards. Oh, Greg Brown might actually avoid it, as does Matthias Fitzgerald. But look at Kyle Watkins thread the needle. Goes under the yellow line, but that was definitely just to avoid a wreck. And then all these guys do a great job to miss Bob Marshall. Let me tell you. Wow. Now I just want to make sure there wasn't any other problems, like right there. Oh. Just wanted to make sure, though. But wow. And look, Stefan Papias, we haven't even talked about him, and I think he passes Josiah Kopp here. No, he doesn't. I'll shut up. So let's get back to the green flag. Alright, we are back, and I'm back a little early, but this is exciting. We're going to have a green-white checkered finish to determine who's going to win the All-Star race. We have Kyle Watkins, Matthias Fitzgerald, Greg Brown, Josiah Kopp, Stefan Papias, Garrett Jones, Brian Page, Sean Galligan with barely any back is an 8th, Ralph Velho, Nick Dillon, Corey Long, John Stewart, Jack Richards, Carter Keselowski, Bob Marshall, and Mark Edwards. Let's see. This is going to get exciting. Green flag is out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Kyle Watkins might have a little bit of damage. And I don't think Matthias Fitzgerald and Greg Brown has a little bit of damage, but I think Matthias Fitzgerald is the only one without any damage. Oh, Fitzgerald looks under Kyle Watkins, but no. Yeah, see how much faster he is? He sucked right up to the back bumper. Greg Brown gonna look for second. We're gonna come around to take the white flag. Does Kyle Watkins have enough to hold off the 49? Or can somebody who's only had 2 previous Avis Cup Series races, one of them being a win, but still very inexperienced, especially at a super speedway like Daytona. There he goes! He's gonna pull out! White flag is out! Kyle Watkins leads it! But he's in the wrong lane, and oh! Brian Page gets some contact with his teammate, Josiah Kopp. Richard Petty fielded that car for Brian. Greg Brown's gonna get a great run down the backstretch. Does he have what it takes? Doesn't look like it. He pulls up in front of Kyle Watkins. That actually might give him an advantage. But meanwhile, look at the lead that Matthias Fitzgerald has. Oh my god, this is quite a lead. But he might be a sitting duck. Out of turn 4, no! Look at the run! No, this is all Matthias Fitzgerald. Matthias Fitzgerald will win the All-Star race! In dominant fashion, too. Wow-wee! Matthias Fitzgerald in his Avis Cup Series career is 2 for 3! Well, this race doesn't technically count, but I mean... he's won 75... no. I don't know. He's won more than half, I know that much. What a race! Let's get your results. Back here with your results. Here you go. Matthias Fitzgerald dominates. Well, no, he didn't dominate. I shouldn't say that. But, I mean, he dominated when it counted, I guess. He had quite a lead. Greg Brown was up there for pretty much the whole race. That's good for his race team. Kyle Watkins, he had a little bit of damage. He had some good wreck avoidance, but with all that damage that he had, it was going to be tough to try to defend. Papias gets 4th. Barely talked about him all night. And yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, there you go. Comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you round 11.